So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour nonstop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
From the Simply Superior Studio, inside the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Your radio home for the Opry, WSM, Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Authorities in Arizona say they've gotten almost 18,000 tips since Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Tucson area home 12 days ago. The 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie vanished in what's believed to be an abduction. Thousands of those tips came after video footage of a masked suspect was released to the public. Attorney General Pam Bondi clashed with Democrats and a Republican over the Jeffrey Epstein files. Bondi was grilled by lawmakers on Wednesday during an oversight hearing of the House Judiciary Committee. She was accused of covering up any potentially damaging evidence involving President Trump.
And more drama in 3, 2, 1.
The first trailer for ABC's Scrubs revival is now released. The trailer shows new and familiar faces in the series' Sacred Heart Medical Center. Zach Braff and Donald Faison are reprising their iconic characters, Dr. John Michael and Christopher Turk. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Colder start today, temperatures around freezing getting out the door this morning. This afternoon, we'll stall out in the 50s again. Clouds increase throughout today. Tonight, we're down near freezing once again, but tomorrow a little bit more mild, back near 64 our Friday with plenty of sun in the afternoon. Clouds are on the increase Friday night into early Saturday. Saturday afternoon and evening, rain moves in, staying in the 50s to near 60 on Saturday. Widespread rain Saturday night into early Sunday with a rumble of thunder, then rain tapers off in the afternoon, highs on Sunday in the 50s.
We're at 36, 37 degrees in Nashville this morning and a wind chill index of 34. Sports, Charlie Madison got the goods.
Yeah, a quick look at some college basketball. The Vols picked up a much-needed win on the road. They beat Mississippi State 73-64 last night. That's 17 wins for Tennessee. Around the SEC, Missouri, a 1-point win on the road at Texas A&M. Florida pounds Georgia by 20 in Athens. And Alabama with a 19-point win on the road at Ole Miss. Big game in women's basketball tonight at Memorial Gym. The number 5 Vanderbilt Commodores, the number 4 Texas Longhorns. Tip-off set for 6:30, and you can stream that on SEC Network Plus. I'm Charlie Manos.
Bill Cody in the morning, WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Yes, it is. From the Country Music Living Room of the historic Grand Ole Opry Plaza, the Acuff House is where we do the show every morning. Mr. Acuff's home, 1984 till he passed in 1992, and our very interactive, and you can get it as a part of your tour of the Grand Ole Opry, interactive Behind the Airwaves, the history of WSM radio. And you can stop by and see us when you come take the tour.
That's right.
And good morning to Kelly Sutton. We are talking about a great idea this morning, the strange food combinations.
The things that you loved or that you heard of or the things that you've seen other people eat that you went, what?
And we were talking about how pineapple works its way into a lot of different things, and so does peanut butter.
Yes, it does.
In the strangest way. Here's an article about 52 combinations, and it has peanut butter and pickles. Pickles keep working their way into some strange combos. And sriracha and peanut butter.
Oh.
No?
I don't know.
You don't think so? No.
Well,
Annie's giving us the no-go.
The peanut butter, though, would be like almost like a cooling agent to the sriracha. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'd give it a shot. You can try it.
Chocolate and potato chips. That's
no,
great.
That's a yes.
There's a hearty breakfast.
That's a yes. Have you had chocolate dipped potato chips? Mm-hmm. Those are the best. But the best ones are the Ruffles that actually have the ridges in them, the old school ones.
Ruffles have ridges.
The Ruffles have ridges. And then you dip them in the chocolate. Those are
Get
tasty.
that at the fair.
Yeah.
Everything chocolate at the fair.
Everything fried at the fair.
Oh, yeah. I had fried Oreos, fried Twinkies, fried butter. It's hard to fry butter.
Fried butter just feels like you've given up.
Do you?
I pretty much had by that point. Of course, 5 days at the Wilson County Fair will make a man want to give up just in general. Never mind what I've eaten.
When you have the fried butter, do you take the Lipitor before, during, or after?
It's in it.
Comes with a
They
side.
just know they're killing you, so they'll just put it in there.
A side of Lipitor.
Right.
It's like they hand you the fried butter, and then the little cup that they give you when you're in the hospital that has your pill in it. They're like, and we suggest you take this immediately.
It's like the pill pocket for a dog.
That's right.
The strawberries and cheese sauce comes up. I hadn't thought of that one. You always wonder, like, who was the first person to try balsamic vinegar and ice cream?
I don't know.
I don't know anyone who has.
I would try it. I would try that.
Number 44 on the list of 52 weird food combinations.
Listen, I love balsamic vinegar. I would pretty much try that on anything. We were talking all about the weird food combinations that you really enjoy, even if somebody else looks at you like you're crazy. So if you have some of those, share them with us. You can do that on Instagram, or if you are with us right now on Facebook, you can put that in the chat as well. Also, Riley Green celebrating 2 number ones yesterday.
And you were there.
Double number one party. I was there. And why those were so special. We have some interesting stats on why that was so special. That's coming up.
What were craft services for this gathering?
Oh, it's nice.
Was it?
I took video of the buffet. I didn't give it to Jeff because I didn't want to make us hungry, but we had some nice eats. It was good.
My favorite was we celebrated Jerry Reed at the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Right.
And it was it may have been at BMI now that I think back. But in martini glasses, they had mashed potatoes and butter, big dollop of butter on the top.
Always comes back to butter. Always comes back to butter.
Delicious, yeah.
So
Avocado and chocolate is on the list over here. Hummus and cottage cheese.
Did we mention Jeff Roberts' buddy? Chips in A1 sauce. Yeah. I mean, I find A1 sauce offensive on every level possible.
Really?
Like, why would you ever put that on a steak? Just buy a better steak. If you need it to put on the steak, you're buying awful steak.
That's true. That is true.
You remember, you'll know this name, Kelly, from being a Louisville girl, Fred Wishy.
Yes.
The Weekend Gardener.
The Weekend Gardener.
And he was a news anchor early in his career.
I have a picture of me standing in his garden. Remember how he had the outdoor set with the thing? When I was like 15, I was standing in the Wishy's outdoor garden.
And we would finish, I would do overnights, and he would finish the farm show in the morning, and then we'd go across the street from WHAS to Cupie, which was a little meat and three kind of a place, breakfast joint. And we would have, he introduced me to what apparently Gerald Ford, when he was president, had this every day at lunch. And it was cottage cheese with A1 sauce and a tomato wedge. And it was delicious.
Really?
Yeah. And he turned me on to that, and it was, how you get something and you develop that taste. And it's like for the next 2 months, that's all you eat every day for breakfast. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I don't need it anymore.
I don't know that. I'm going to have to try that. I mean, I love cottage cheese, but the A1 on it.
Yes, it does something. I don't know. You wouldn't think it would go together, but it's perfect.
Okay.
All right. So big fun. We'll have to find out. May Estes, the Arkansas girl, she's probably got some good ones.
Yes, she does.
That involve like pickled pig's feet and stuff. May is coming to see us along with Brandon Dice. The Pet Community Center benefit that she's a part of tonight. It's at the Troubadour, just across the road from us at Music Valley Drive. And then with new music, their new album 2020 comes out tomorrow, and they're playing the Opry tomorrow night. And that's the infamous String Dusters. They are on the way here on Coffee, Country, and Cody, just like Ashley McBride is from the stage that made country music famous, the Grand Ole Opry, where she's a proud member.
Always check the door before you lay down. Keep a glass of water by the bed. A dose of local honey. Keep your nose from running. Little things like that she's always said. Never back up farther than you have to. Pray for those that don't have a prayer. And honey, trust yourself. You better love yourself. Till you do, you ain't no good for anybody else. Honey, boys are dumb, but you're gonna find you one. someone to listen. That's why I leave a light on in the kitchen. Pancakes just taste better after midnight. You make friends, always be colorblind. Your freckles make you pretty. There's more to life than being skinny. When you feel fat, it's mostly in your mind. So honey, trust yourself. You better love yourself. Till you do, you ain't no good to anybody else. And honey, boys are dumb, but you're gonna find you one. You'll love him hard and bless your heart. Need someone to listen, and that's why I leave a light on in the kitchen. Honey, trust yourself. Laugh at yourself. If something tries to hold you back, get up and give it hell. And for heaven's sake, always have a place you can do some crying hands. And always leave a light on in the kitchen.
Ah, that girl. She belongs on that stage. She was born to that stage. That is Ashley McBride, a member of the Grand Ole Opry family, and a light on in the kitchen. We were talking about food combinations. Local honey, keep your nose from running. There you go. We were talking about honey on lots of different things earlier. You are not a honey fan, though, are you, Charlie?
I am not. Renee loves honey. She loves just putting it on a biscuit. That will be her dessert if we haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a long time, but if we go to Cracker Barrel, that's her dessert. She doesn't want cobbler or ice cream. She wants just the biscuit with the honey drizzled on it. So if we have honey, it lasts a long time at our house.
We have a honeybee license plate in Tennessee, which is pretty cool. And as you get off the beaten path and take the scenic route, you'll see it from time to time on people's automobiles, as they have chosen to go to tnvacation.com and find a little road trip that suits. Don't forget the travel guide, hard copy, the one with Dolly Parton on the cover. For those of you watching on Circle Country or on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, there she is. Dolly Parton on the cover, and there's a digital version that you can download and print too.
And everybody watching or listening here in Nashville too, we're about 3.5 weeks away from spring break, believe it or not. It's still so cold outside some nights, but 3.5 weeks from spring break, and a lot of folks love to come to Tennessee. And I tell you, tnvacation.com, just type in spring, and you will come up with hundreds of great ideas.
And day to day, there's a pop-up ad in the middle of the homepage when you go to tnvacation.com, and today's is the Grand Ole Opry.
There we go. Yeah. Well, come see us, of course. Yeah.
Yes. It all starts at tnvacation.com. Get off the beaten path. Take the scenic route.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Do not be alarmed if you hear anything unusual.
Presented in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
We're talking today with Jeff Roberts of Jeff Roberts & Associates, the working man's lawyer. Bikers get blamed for accidents all the time, but is it really your fault?
Jeff, I was in a motorcycle accident, and the other driver says I caused it. What should I do?
Motorcyclists are often unfairly blamed, but that doesn't mean you're at fault. We investigate the crash and sometimes hire investigators that can reconstruct the accident. We check traffic cameras and gather witness statements to prove what really happened.
Okay, but I feel like the insurance company's trying to lowball me.
That's what they do. Deny and delay is the game they play. Motorcycle injuries are serious, and you deserve full compensation. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Call us and let us fight for your rights. Give me a call today, 615-425-4400, or visit us online at middletninjury.com. That's middletninjury.com.
Jeff Roberts and Associates, the working man's lawyer. Find them online at middletninjury.com.
Springer Mountain Farms is a brand people trust. They're American in every sense of the word and take great pride in producing simply superior Springer Mountain Farms chicken for you and your family. Hi, this is Bill Cody. At Springer Mountain Farms, the best flavor and quality are guaranteed. They have a long-standing commitment to using 100% U.S.-grown corn and soybeans to feed their chickens, and they raise their chickens responsibly on family farms in the hills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. All Springer Mountain Farms practices and procedures are American Humane certified. Springer Mountain Farms' Simply Superior Chicken is always all natural and never fed any animal byproducts, antibiotics, or hormones. At Springer Mountain Farms, they do it all to feed you, America, Simply Superior Springer Mountain Farms Chicken. Visit SpringerMTN.com to find Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior Chicken at a store or restaurant near you. And experience the Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior difference today.
From the Assembly Food Hall acoustic desk, this is Coffee Country and Cody.
May Estes and Brandon Dice just sat down, and we're going to feature new music from May here in just a little bit. And Brandon, get caught up on all things Pet Community Center here in Nashville, which bears the name of Fran Galante. And here in Nashville, people will know that name, and they will smile, and their hearts will warm, because we went from, due to her generosity, I think the worst into the among the
euthanasia rate in the in our city shelter to the best. She helped completely reverse that trend, so she was a pioneer for sure.
Yeah, and it's the Fran Galante Center for Pet Wellness.
Yes,
at the Pet Community Center.
Correct.
So, May, what's your connection to these folks?
Well, I'm just the resident crazy cat lady that also likes to sing a little. You know?
How many cats do you have?
I have one cat.
Okay.
But she is 20 years old.
Oh, what's her name?
Gracie.
Gracie.
And I have had her for 20 years, so more than half my life. So she is my baby.
She's been through it all.
We have been through it all.
Yeah.
She obviously was in Arkansas with me and then moved to Nashville. I was here for 6 months. I told my parents, give me 6 months. I was working, 3 jobs at a time, new roommates, trying to figure it all out. And then 6 months after I moved, they brought my cat up, and she has been through all the homesick nights with me, and she's deaf now for the last several years, and I gotta say that's probably been the hardest part of my marriage, is having a 20-year-old geriatric deaf cat. It will throw some complications. And, she's got a little howling thing she does after she's gone deaf. So those will be all hours of the night, and I would die for her. So unfortunately, my husband has to also. And
so
we are just making it through.
Yeah. Whatever I have done on social media, I only get like New York City apartments and senior rescue animals. Yes. And I get all, and now they're all blind and deaf. Now I'm getting now. So like when they walk in, they like stomp really heavy. So like they feel the vibration on the floor, and then they like perk up. It's crazy. So I feel
it's like you're describing an old disc jockey get together.
Oh.
Retired disc jockeys.
But much quieter. Much quieter. Yeah.
That makes me love you more. That's your algorithm.
Oh God, it's horrible. Yeah, it's so sweet.
So Brandon, what is your connection? How long have you been with this organization, and what do you need people to know about tonight's benefit?
Sure. So I've been at Pet Community Center for 3 years now, and we focus on preventive veterinary care. We're Nashville's largest nonprofit veterinary clinic. So we focus on care that keeps pets healthy, happy, and at home with the families who love them. So tonight we are having My Furry Valentine. So we have May, Porter Howell, Sean Camp, and there's a fourth, Sonny LeMayer. Thank you. Sorry, I know I shouldn't try to go on.
He's in a band.
Yes, exactly. Exile.
And has been for like 55 years.
Exactly, yes. So
it's like I knew how to suck up to people to get into this band, how do I suck up to someone to get out? Huh? What do I have to do after all these years?
These amazing artists, and Brad Schmidt is going to be our host. But we start over.
Well, okay. I didn't realize it was going to be a comedy show.
Brad is one of my best friends, and I just know you guys are in for a treat.
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great night. Last year, we provided over $465,000 in free veterinary care to pets in our community. So tonight's event is to help make sure we can continue that, and in the spirit of Fran, to make sure that every pet that needs that care can have it, and we don't have to turn people away for any lack of financial hardship.
And just so people know, we teased it earlier, but I don't think we have in this segment of the interview, but it's at the Troubadour on Music Valley Drive.
Yes.
So just across the street from our studio.
Exactly. And we still have tickets available, so you can find those online at petcommunitycenter.org, on all our social media, or we will have tickets available at the door. So if you find you're free this evening and just want to pop in, come over. We'll get you in.
We were talking about Fran earlier and just how much she would light up the room when she walked in, and the fact that this was really so near and dear to her heart. I know there are so many other people out there, just like all of us, who love our animals. How can they help? I mean, we're not singer-songwriters and incredible vocalists like May Estes, but we all want to help in some way. What's the best way to do it?
Do you have money?
Yes, that's
one way.
It cures a lot. It cures a lot of things, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got that voice and not the money.
Volunteering is always great. We can always use volunteers. We work a lot with outdoor cats or community cats, so we always need help caring for those, or just volunteers in our clinic. We see about 70 to 80 pets a day, so we go through a lot of laundry.
Is it all dogs and cats, or are there other
It
animals?
is. We specialize in dogs and cats.
Okay.
So that is our forte.
Yeah, and there's a link that you can request an appointment for a pet.
You can.
And when you get to the website, which is petcommunitycenter.org, and then request services for an outdoor cat.
That's correct.
There are indoor cats and there are outdoor cats.
And there are around 80,000 outdoor cats. Yes, there are some here around the studio. We actually have some folks that take care of those cats and bring them to our clinic. So we've spayed and neutered some of the outdoor cats here around the studio.
You'll be happy to know that my feed bowl every morning not only feeds the cat, but also a possum, a skunk, and we think a raccoon on occasion.
And
So there we go.
We have a little shelter underneath that we made when it got really cold, because we don't know if she has a place to go. We see her every once in a while, and she wanders around. We call her Maybell, Mama Maybell.
Yeah.
And so, we have a little spot for her. But
Well, thank you for looking out
of course,
for Mama
we love it.
Maybell.
And one of the interesting things, there's an online pharmacy. And when it comes to pet health care,
sure,
that gets expensive in a hurry.
Yeah.
It does. So anyone who comes to Pet Community Center, any of our clients, they can order monthly prevention, heartworm prevention through our online pharmacy. And again, one of the things we say is we are a nonprofit, but there is community in our name. And so we are a resource for everyone. And a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't need to go to a nonprofit clinic, but I always say everyone is welcome, and our services are affordable but offered on a sliding scale. So even if you can pay that full price, I always say chances are you're paying for the pet in line behind you. So that's how we make this work. Is so if you have a pet, a dog or a cat, and for that annual wellness visit where they need their vaccinations, heartworm tests, monthly prevention, book that appointment with us. Come see us and let us care for your pet, and then chances are you're helping care for other pets in our community.
Well, we know May's status as a cat woman.
Yes.
Crazy cat lady, I think, self-described earlier. What's your status?
I have 3 dogs, 3 permanent dogs, and right now a foster dog.
Okay.
And what are the breeds?
I have 2 German Shepherds, a Dachshund, and then I found a toy poodle running in my neighborhood.
Oh, gosh.
So that is my foster dog right now. We're calling him Freddie. So it's like a clown car when you see us getting. They go from 90 pounds to 9 pounds.
Love that.
Yeah, exactly. But
When I first moved to town, I dog sat for friends who had a Cairn Terrier who looked just like Toto and a 180-pound Great Dane.
Yes.
And to put them both in the back of my car, you got more looks from people. It was so I feel you on that one.
That's
for sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
What was the Great Dane's name?
Argus was the Great Dane, and Mikey was the Cairn Terrier who was in my wedding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He was the ambassador of goodwill.
And he failed to
requested
come
them
down
in
the
the
aisle,
studio.
if I recall.
Yeah,
And you had to go get him.
He stopped halfway down.
Stage fright. It happens.
It was a good idea. So.
Well, May Estes, you're going to perform, again, at 7 o'clock tonight, 7 to 9, roughly, at the Troubadour on Music Valley Drive for the My Furry Valentine Benefit Show for the Pet Community Center. Brandon Dice representing the center. May Estes among those performing this evening. And give us a setup, and we're going to see and listen all over the world on WSM Radio, Circle Country Television, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Your new single, I Better Go. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Original
love this song. It is. I wrote this with Paul Sykes and Bryce Long. It is representative of that old school country. Kind of sounds a little Ronnie Millsap, you know, a little Linda Ronstadt. So I'm so proud of it. It's been getting played on the radio by Bobby Bones, which is insane. So I better go.
Well, we're going to play it all over the world. Coffee, Country, and Cody. WSM Radio, again, Circle Country, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is May Estes.
This 90 proof we're leaning into, at this midnight hour on these bar stools, has got us throwing caution to the wind. Ain't that how it all begins? Then it's one touch, one dance, my hips, your hands. Then you can't turn back, been there, done that. I better go before I let this buzz in my head get to my heart. I better run while there's still time. That look in your eyes is making it hard to listen to reason and fight off this feeling I ain't felt in so long. I better go before I don't. Another round of conversation, mixing whiskey with temptation, losing my inhibitions every time you lean in whispering you should come over. I know what I'd say sober. I better go before I let this buzz in my head get to my heart. I better run while there's still time. That look in your eyes is making it hard to listen to reason and fight off this feeling that's feeling so strong. I better go before I don't. Before I don't turn down having just one more and let you lead me out that door. Wake up lying there next to you. Can't say I've never, but boy I know better. I better go before I let this buzz in my head get to my heart. I better run while there's still time. That look in your eyes is making it hard to listen to reason and fight off this feeling that keeps coming on. I better go before I don't. I better go.
Bill Cody in the morning.
Waking up early is hard enough. You guys make it a little less painful.
WSM.
Starting with one store in 1978, Boot Barn has become the largest Western and workwear retailer in the nation. Supporting those who feed, build, and protect America, we offer the largest selection of cowboy boots, work boots, Western wear, workwear, and outdoor gear. With over 500,000 pairs of boots and thousands of top-quality jeans and clothing, it's an honor to support the people who make our country so great. Boot Barn. Keep West.
Big value is back at Puckett's Restaurants. Start your day with our early riser breakfast, back at 2004 pricing. 2 eggs, bacon or sausage, and a biscuit for just $4.50. And now, happy hour is back. $8 bar bites, $2 off beers, $2 off cocktails, and a Marshall Family Wines for only $7. Great food, great prices at all 8 Puckett's locations. Reserve your table now at puckettsrestaurants.com/reservations. Puckett's, Southern hospitality done right.
Good Thursday morning. This is Holly Thompson with your WSMV4 News Update. Right now, lawmakers are considering 2 bills that could leave some professors without a job and impact the future of higher education in Tennessee. Now, both bills would end any future tenure for professors at public universities across the state. Officials with the University of Tennessee say the changes would directly affect their ability to recruit and retain top faculty members. Some faculty members say the proposed bills could also impact what students learn in the classroom. One of the versions of the bill, currently sitting in a House committee, will let you know if it advances to the governor's desk. Well, fresh calls from Metro Council now to fire the president and CEO of Nashville Electric Service. That's following the company's response to January's massive ice storm. Council members Emily Benedict and Courtney Johnson filed a resolution. They say NES's response to the storm revealed the company's failure in emergency planning and preparation. The resolution is expected to come up at next week's Metro Council meeting. And schools in Coffee County are closed for the rest of the week. It's because more students are getting sick. The district says they have seen an increase in flu-like symptoms across their community. In a Facebook post, the district says it wants to prioritize the health of its students and staff by giving them days off both today and tomorrow. So heads up to parents of what's out there. Hey, you can follow updates on these stories and the latest on your First Alert forecast. It's all in the WSMV4 News app. From the WSMV4 Newsroom, I'm Holly Thompson.
WSM weather. From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Colder start to our day today. Temperatures around freezing this morning. This afternoon we'll stall out in the 50s with increasing cloud cover. We're down near freezing again tonight. Back near 60 tomorrow with more sun in the afternoon before rain moves in Saturday late in the day and through Sunday.
And let's see if we got a warm up here in America's Music. We, in fact, do. We about 5 degrees, an hour and a half to 39. Charlie Matto Sports, go get them.
Let's start over in Italy at the Winter Olympics. U.S. men's hockey hits the ice for the first time this afternoon. It will be the U.S. and Latvia. That's at 2 o'clock. A lot of good news on the ice yesterday. Madison Chock and Evan Bates, they win the silver medal in the ice dancing final. On the slopes, Elizabeth Lemley, gold medal in the women's freestyle skiing moguls. And Jordan Stoltz, gold medal in the men's 1,000-meter speed skating. So a pretty good day. Italy and Norway still lead the medal count with 13, but the U.S. now has 12. Big win for Tennessee last night, much needed as well. In Starkville, they beat Mississippi State 73-64. Missouri beats Texas A&M by 1, Florida by 20 over Georgia, and Alabama by 19 on the road at Ole Miss. That's sports.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
And as you watch us on Circle Country Television, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube this morning, folks in Arkansas and surrounding areas, Mae Estes is here, and they're going, that's that girl that used to do the national anthem at the rodeo all the time, isn't it?
Yes, they are.
Because that was your go-to, wasn't it?
I was the little anthem girl. Yep, call me and I'm coming.
And then, what's it been, 3 years now since you debuted at the Grand Ole Opry?
I think so.
2023?
I've about lost count of my performances at this point, which is
how many
crazy.
are you up to?
I'm close to 20, if not there.
Good
yeah.
for you.
Nice.
It's crazy. I have my coffee cup with hot tea from my 10th performance. They gave me a coffee cup for that. So
That's impressive.
I guard it with my life, obviously.
Oh, see, all those things. What are some of the things that were on that bucket list when you came to town? You obviously had big dreams, still do, and making so many of them come true. So what's still on the list? You're like, all right, Grand Ole Opry debut, check, got that off there. What else is there?
Well, I think a lot of my friends are surprised that I haven't made a debut album yet.
Oh,
I have only done EPs.
Singles and EPs.
And so I have a dream to make the most epic debut album ever.
Love that.
And pretty far into scheming, so I'm thinking it's coming sooner than later. But that's a big dream, and also a headlining tour. We've been so lucky to be on so many incredible opening slots. We were out for 15 dates with Luke Bryan last summer, which was the biggest shows I've ever played. And so I've got some goals to try to get out there and start headlining my own, which is just so scary as an artist. You never know who's going to show up, but we've made so many friends across the country that I'm anxious to get out there and do my own show.
How does it feel when you're the opening act, the baby act, if you will, on a tour like Luke Bryan?
Well,
and what kind of reception do you get? Do you feel that everybody's pulling for you like they do at the Opry?
I'll tell you, there is no better way to get better at your craft, because it is not forgiving. It is not for the faint of heart to get out there, because no one knows who you are. They came to see the headliner. If they showed up for the opener, you're lucky that they even came early enough. So I just ended up getting the attitude of hyping myself up, like, if they weren't going to like me, they're not going to anyways. But if they're listening, I'm going to get them. And so you kind of just have to, like you're walking into a boxing ring, and just, I'm going to give it all I got. And they were going to not listen from the beginning, or they're a fan now.
I remember talking to Carly Pierce after she opened the Kenny Chesney Stadium tour, right? And she was first, and then it was Old Dominion, Dan and Shay and Kenny. Wow. And she said, you had to tell yourself that even though the stadium is only 1/3 full, that's 25,000 people are still in the stadium to hear me. So sometimes you have to wrap your brain around it and make it work no matter how you do it. Right?
And as famously, Charlie Daniels' autobiography is Never Look at the Empty Seats.
That's right.
Yeah. The problem at that point is there's nothing but. So you don't look at it. Hey, I pulled up the lineup for your Opry debut. John Conley was there, and he just celebrated 45 years. But Seeley was there for your Opry debut, and man, nobody was more encouraging to young female artists than Jeannie Seeley.
You are so right. Jeannie Seeley was the first one to welcome me like absolute family. She was there at my Opry. We were filming the big My Opry debut, which is just cameras in your face all day on the biggest day of your life. It's just so overwhelming in a great way. And Jeannie set me on that couch, grabbed me by the hand, and was like, you wouldn't be here if you didn't deserve to be here. So walk out there and act like it. And I was just blown away. And then we got to release a song together. Jeannie has just been the biggest blessing to me. And I know she's not sitting right here with us anymore, but I have felt her every second since she's been gone. So I know she's hanging around.
When we moved to the Acuff House studio, she was our first guest.
So special.
Yeah.
She has left a mark no one could ever get rid of. Like, she's a part of my music career forever.
Well, and that night was March 4th, 2023.
Yes, sir.
For Mae Estes, who's our special guest, and she, along with the president and CEO of the Pet Community Center, big benefit tonight at the Troubadour on Music Valley Drive. So if you would, Brandon Dice, tell us a little bit more. Catch people up for just joining us.
Sure. May and 3 other incredible artists, Sonny LeMaire, Sean Camp, and Porter Howell, are all lending their voices to dogs and cats in our community. So My Furry Valentine will support Pet Community Center, which is Nashville's largest nonprofit veterinary clinic.
And just to clarify, don't bring your pets tonight. Bring your human Valentine.
Exactly.
It's for the furry Valentines, but they're just we'll just let them sit home.
Perfect clarification. Exactly.
I didn't want somebody showing up with their dog and you're like,
Hey, you can do that on Tuesdays with the Nashville Sounds, though. You ever taken your dog out to the ballpark?
I haven't, but I need to. For sure. I need to.
It's an interesting night. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
But there will be some dogs there, and there may be a kissing booth, so you may get a smooch from a pooch as part of My Furry Valentine. So that is a double bonus.
You know, you can't. You can never wipe because they get offended. They'll look at you like, what? What did you just do that for? I'm serious.
Okay.
That's the unwritten rule.
There's some great resources on the Pet Community Center socials, too. I was doing a deep dive, and I feel like that's a great way people can support also, is just to repost and reshare and spread the word about it, because there's so many incredible resources I wasn't even aware of. And just a discounted spay and neuter is so helpful, because it's such a responsibility as a pet owner. In my opinion, I grew up working in a lot of shelters and things back in Arkansas, and I think that's a resource a lot of people don't know about. So just sharing it on socials, tagging a friend, that really helps spread the word.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually had a client in the first day back from the snowstorm, and she was online, and she said, I've lived here for 6 years, and we've had our dog for 6 years, and we've always wanted to have him neutered, but our quote, for that was anywhere from $800 to $1,200. So it was just not possible for us as a family, she said. And then I found it as, it's $100 for you guys, or can be less if you need financial assistance. So she was like, she's like, one good thing that came from the ice storm is I had time to look around online, and I found you guys and found an appointment. So yes, that's a very important service, not only because it keeps your pet healthier, but it also helps alleviate so much pressure on our shelters and rescues, which are just overwhelmed.
Well, May Estes is going to play live for us, and she every time she shows up, she's always rocking some great retro T-shirt. It was Merle Haggard last time. This morning, it's Barbara Mandrell.
We got Barbara in the house.
Barbara Mandrell was my first ever interview.
Which is insane. You say that so, come on. You got to tell us.
She was on fire with that Moods album. Had that Dorothy Hamill hair, remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember it well.
Man, oh man. And it was just, she was opening, at that time, she was still opening. She was opening for the Statler Brothers.
Well, that gives me hope that I'm in my opening spot. Barbara, to think about Barbara and hers, I'm like, all right, I'm doing good.
And she was just, you knew she would be Entertainer of the Year one day, even in those opening act years of her career. You just say, hey, this is somebody special. And then, of course, speaking of the Statlers, they're both in the Hall of Fame now. Yeah. So, what are you going to play and sing, girl?
Listen, I dug up something that's been a favorite of mine for several years. I started doing these social post several years ago, dove in kind of in COVID, and started flipping some of my favorite country songs to the female perspective. There's a lot of great country songs written about a woman, and I was like, what if the woman sang it in some of those? So it's just been kind of a fun exercise, and I am a gigantic Shenandoah fan. Mm-hmm. I have worn my trucker hat, my Shenandoah trucker hat in here several times, and been lucky to get to sing with them one time. Marty has been so kind to me and is one of the best vocalists that's ever hit this town. And so I was going to do my version of Mark Narmore's Moon Over Georgia.
I asked Joe Diffie one time, because everybody was talking about, Joe's the go-to guy, especially in his demo days.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody being there trying to get it right, and they couldn't. They'd call Joe. He'd come in there, lay it down in one take.
Walk out.
They'd all be hang-dogging in the lobby on his way out.
Yeah, I mean.
But I said, if you didn't sound like Joe Diffie, who would you want to sound like? And he said Marty Raybon.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Marty's he's been so encouraging and so kind.
Oh, yeah.
But it is, I'm a songwriter, so this is about, 4 a.m. for me. This is pretty dang early,
That's right.
So give me a break, Marty. I'm sure he's listening.
Here's May Estes.
He owns a big estate just south of Savannah, in a high-rise hotel in downtown Atlanta. Had half the state of Georgia to his name, and I'd be set for life in his colonial manor. He laid the world at my feet on a silver platter, but all you had to offer me was the moon. But I want that moon over Georgia. I'd rather have 1,000,000 stars in the sky than a gold mine. Give me that moon over Georgia. It didn't take me too long to decide I want that moon over Georgia. A little country house in need of expansion. It's a far cry from his South Georgia mansion, but we've got our own paradise. Shadow dancing till dawn with the full moon shining, and those occasional clouds all have a silver lining. I'm telling you, there's something about that old yellow light, and I want that moon over Georgia. Give me that moon over Georgia. It didn't take me too long to decide I want that moon over Georgia. I want that moon over Georgia.
May Estes.
Wow.
A little country house in need of expansion. It's a far cry from that South Georgia mansion. I love that line. Mark Narmore, you referenced at the top, wrote that song.
And doesn't it change the perspective to be the woman that was like, no, this is all I need? I think it's so fun to hear it from a different point of view. And I think women bring something to the table that nobody else can.
Thank you.
How about it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard that? Has Shenandoah or Marty, anybody heard it yet?
I don't know if Shenandoah's heard it yet, but I have this dream. Should I say it out loud on the mic?
Yes, you should.
I have this dream of releasing my version of that, and maybe Marty would sing on it with me. So if y'all want to help me manifest that,
we'll call him.
Let's go.
All right.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, Marty. What are you doing?
Love you, mean it.
Kelly got some digits. So thank you for performing live. That was just so wonderful.
It is crazy to drive up here to the studio just to pull up to the gate and be like, I always feel like no one knows who I am. I'm like, I'm May Estes, I'm here for this. And they're like, we know you. I'm just like, okay, well, do you need to see an ID or something? Like, it's okay, I can come here. Like, thank you.
Yeah, it's us that it can't get in.
I'll never get used to it. It's just the wildest thing ever.
How close am I, Annie?
Just the girl in the same car every morning.
May Estes and Brandon Dice. He's the president and CEO of the Pet Community Center, and a big celebration, My Furry Valentine benefit show tonight, 7 o'clock, Troubadour, Music Valley Drive, May, Sean Camp, Sonny Lemire of Exile, Porter Howell. And there's more at the Pet Community Center website. Thanks for coming to see us. All right.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Are you not entertained?
Presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Few songwriters capture the American spirit like John Denver. February 12th, 13th, and 15th at Skirmerhorn Symphony Center, the Nashville Symphony presents John Denver, a Rocky Mountain High concert celebration. Archival footage of Denver on the big screen, former members of his band on stage, and your favorite songs performed live with a full orchestra. All shows start at 7:30. Hear Take Me Home Country Roads, Rocky Mountain High, Sunshine on My Shoulders, and more. Tickets are on sale now at NashvilleSymphony.org.
In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning in to Retirement Renegade Radio with Andrew Winnett, Sunday mornings at 7. Andrew is the founder and president of Retirement Renegade. He'll help you learn how to make the most out of your retirement years. Tune in Sunday mornings at 7 for Retirement Renegade Radio with Andrew Winnett. Firm offers insurance services.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Think Verizon is expensive? Think again. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. So bring us your bill. Walk in, run in, pogo stick in, teleport if you can. Ride on the back of a rollerblading yak or fly in on the wings of a majestic falcon. Any way you can, bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. Based on Root Metrics Best Overall Mobile Network Performance, U.S. Second Half 2025, all rights reserved. Must provide very recent postpaid consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Here's a performance from a recent episode of Opry Live on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
What'd you say, girl, if I said please? Just put down those keys, sit and talk with me. I know lately I ain't been all there, but now I see sit and talk with me. What a lonely road that I let us down. I can only hope it ain't too late to turn around, 'cause I didn't know I loved you, girl, until tonight. So before you go and say goodbye, sit and talk with me. I know it must have made you crazy, girl, always standing on the outside and looking into my world. Well, I sat inside with the curtains down. Man, I swear to you, girl, this heart of mine is all wide open now. 'Cause I didn't know I loved you, girl, until tonight. So before you go and say goodbye, sit and talk with me. I swear I listen, I give you everything, everything that you've been missing. 'Cause I didn't know I loved you, girl, until tonight. So before you go and say goodbye, sit and talk with me, Lord. 'Cause I didn't know I loved you, girl, until tonight. So before you go and say goodbye, sit and talk with me. Yeah. Talk with me. Sit and talk with me. Won't you sit and talk with me, Lord? Sit and talk with me. How we doing, Grand Ole Opry?
Are we doing better now, Cassius? Cassius Culpepper, who's been a guest with us on Coffee, Country, and Cody here in the Acuff House studio in the Grand Ole Opry Plaza. And there he was at the Opry doing Talk With Me. You kind of feel that gospel soul in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you made us all hungry.
Okay, good.
With your weird food combinations question this morning. And,
Okay.
sweet and salty combos. I'm pulling up these different articles. For example, salted apples enhance the fruit's natural sweetness, while cheese with jam or brie creates a rich, complex taste that blends sweet and savory beautifully. And bacon with maple syrup, bacon wrapped around banana, among the combinations. Cheddar cubes in pancakes.
Ooh, that's
No.
ruining one of my favorite all-time dishes there, the pancake.
But you like cheese, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
You don't like cottage cheese.
No, I don't even like. Yeah, I mean, I like cheese on a pizza. It's about the only thing I really want cheese on. I know that's weird.
Pickle combinations, couple like pickles and ice cream, pickles and peanut butter. What was that salad combination? Or you don't like the lettuce, but you just
I don't like the lettuce, but I like all the vegetables, and then I'll put grapes, pineapple, and bread and butter pickles, and
Well, that
sometimes
sounds
just
good.
use the pickle juice as like a little sauce dressing.
Well, I have discovered, and I've always been an artichoke fan, but there is a brand called Reese's that now has a roasted artichoke.
Okay.
And you talk about whether you eat them by themselves, you can put them on a Triscuit, you can put them on a salad, along with the other items. Oh, man. There's
That
something
was
about
it?
that roasted thing just makes it. And they're kind of charred
Yeah.
a little bit,
I do like trying new things, especially if it's two things I think I'm already liking and then I put them together. We were starting down this road, just, what was your favorite flavor combination that someone else might think is weird? So if you've got a food combination, you're like, these two things, I have to have them together. This was weird. I picked it up from, and an old boyfriend's mom. She used to, every time we would have pizza, she had to have potato chips with pizza. That was her go-to. And I was like, oh, that's weird. But then when I tried it, I went, oh, it's something about the salt and the crunch. Not necessarily putting them on top of one another, but just like, you know, a side item to your pizza is potato chips. Because the pizza is not bad enough for you. So you might as well just go ahead and add a bag of Lay's on there. Some other fun ones to try. There's PB and mayo is on this list. Peanut butter and burgers. Have you ever had a peanut butter burger?
Yeah, that actually is good.
It's pretty tasty. Yeah, that's a good one. Coffee and butter.
Ooh, okay.
Now, hear me out. I've done that. I've done it with the Kerrygold butter because supposedly it helps your brain with the healthy fats. And it also does something, I don't know. I read it somewhere, and so I tried it. And it wasn't bad. It was actually kind of tasty.
Well, here's one that says iceberg lettuce and peanut butter on a sandwich.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't like iceberg lettuce. It has no taste. So to me, that's just a vehicle to hold the peanut butter.
It also is no good for you either.
Right.
I mean, not that it's bad for you, but it does nothing good.
It has nothing.
Prosciutto and melon.
Oh yeah, now that's a
cheese
go-to.
with apple pie or cheese with apple slices.
Cheese and apple slices are good.
Pears with butternut squash is another one that comes up. And I was sharing how it seems that pickles, peanut butter, pineapple comes up. We got a lot of different combinations of that.
Right.
And for me as a kid, it was just we called it light bread, just plain old white bread, light bread. My mother called it light, so that's what I grew up saying. And it would just be
Wonder Bread.
We called it American bread.
Did you really?
Because we would always have a loaf of Portuguese bread, which was a very different thing. So,
really?
Yeah, you want Portuguese bread or American bread?
And
that's fun.
Take the old, Kroger brand or whatever pineapple rings in the can, and then get 2 or 3 of them, put them on a piece of light bread, big strip of mayonnaise, and then another piece of light bread, and away we go.
I mean, I like all of those things, but I think I'll like them separately. One more for you, mango and chili powder. And you see that a lot. Or tajin, or tagine, as my friend Reba calls it. I like tagine. I put it on everything. That's what she told me. So just
sounds
put
like
that
how
out there.
Borat would pronounce it.
Tagine.
Tagine.
All right, Riley Green, congratulations. 2 #1 hits. We were celebrating yesterday for Worst Way and Don't Mind If I Do. Here's the cool thing. They were solo writes. That is very rare air. So here's what he had to say about it yesterday.
Financially, yeah. I love the Jonathan Singleton always gives me a hard time because he's got more plaques than me in his house. And I said, well, if you write by yourself, you don't have to write as many songs to make the same amount of money. It's a cool thing for me. I've never went into writing by myself because I was wanted to be a solo write. I wrote all my songs on my own early in my career because I did construction. I didn't know anybody else that wrote songs. And then
there you go. You don't know anybody else. You're writing by yourself. And he got really good at it.
And got money he hadn't unfolded yet. Riley Green, congratulations, pal. Back to wrap it up on television as we continue on WSM Radio with the infamous String Dusters. Stay with us.
Bill Cody in the morning.
Actually, I think you're going to find this very amusing.
WSM.
Since 1973, Montana Silversmiths has been the industry leader in Western jewelry and buckles, as seen on the hit TV show Yellowstone and worn by some of your favorite artists like Lainey Wilson and Chase Matthew. Look the part or give the gift of silver artistry today. Shop at Boot Barn and French's Shoes and Boots in downtown Nashville or at Stages West in Pigeon Forge. Visit them online at montanasilversmiths.com and sign up on the website to get 10% off your first purchase. Montana Silversmiths, where timeless tradition meets modern style.
The National Wild Turkey Federation is returning to Nashville February 12th through the 14th for its 50th Convention and Sports Show at the Gaylord Opryland Resort. Come join in the celebration of conservation and the outdoor lifestyle by exploring countless exhibit hall vendors, ride and drives, seminars, turkey calling and call-making competitions, and so much more. Also, experience nightly events with live country music and fundraising. Join in the fun that benefits wildlife conservation and the preservation of our hunting heritage. Visit nwtf.org for more information.
From the Simply Superior Studio, inside the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Authorities in Arizona say they've gotten almost 12,000 tips since Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Tucson area home 12 days ago. The 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie vanished in what's believed to be an abduction. Video footage of a masked suspect was released to the public this week. 6 Republicans are joining House Democrats in putting an end to President Trump's tariffs on Canada. A majority voted to repeal the administration's trade policy on Wednesday, with only 1 Democrat opposing. The joint resolution will now head to the Senate. The 22nd annual Puppy Bowl had its best show since 2018. More from Mark Mayfield.
The program pulled in 15.3 million viewers across Animal Planet, TBS, True TV, and Max on Sunday. News of the viewership came one day after the Super Bowl numbers were released. Head of content for Discovery Channel Joseph Boyle says it delivered its strongest performance in nearly a decade.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
WSM weather. From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Colder start to our day today. Temperatures around freezing this morning. This afternoon we'll stall out in the 50s with increasing cloud cover. We're down near freezing again tonight. Back near 60 tomorrow with more sun in the afternoon before rain moves in Saturday late in the day and through Sunday.
We made it to 40 here as we approach 9 o'clock in America's Music City. Sunshine, 40 degrees, and Charlie Matto Sports. The Olympics.
Yeah, a lot going on in Italy. U.S. men's hockey hits the ice for the first time this afternoon. That'll be at 2 o'clock against Latvia. Of course, the women are undefeated and 4-0. More good news from the ice yesterday. Madison Chaka and Evan Bates, they win the silver medal in the ice dancing final. The gold did go to the team from France. Elizabeth Lemley, gold medal. Women's freestyle skiing moguls, and Jordan Stoltz, gold medal in the men's 1,000-meter skating as well. Medal count as of yesterday, Italy and Norway with 13, and the U.S. very close behind now with 12. College basketball, Tennessee wins on the road in Starkville, beat the Mississippi State Bulldogs 73-64. Jacoby Gillespie had 18. That's 17 wins now for Tennessee. Also, Missouri, 1-point win at Texas A&M. Florida beat Georgia by 20 in Athens. And Alabama by 19 over Ole Miss in Oxford. So a good night for the road. In fact, all 4 games were won by the road teams. Tonight, let's hope that doesn't happen at Memorial Gym. 5th-ranked Vanderbilt and number 4 Texas. That is the game of the night in women's basketball. Commodores having a great season. And that's sports. I'm Charlie Mattos.
Hey, we're going to wrap it up here from the Acuff House studio, the country music living room, if you will. It's on the sunny Grand Ole Opry Plaza this morning with Kelly Sutton, Charlie Mattos, Annie Nye, our studio director, Jeff Roberts, and Master Control. Thanks for joining us. And we've got, for those of you staying with us as we say goodbye on television, the infamous String Dusters.
Ooh.
They are Grammy and IBM, multiple times IBM award winners. So come to see us.
Tomorrow morning on TV, brand new music from Megan Lindsay. Have not seen her in a while.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Steel Magnolia with some big hits back in the day.
It's here on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
WSM.